What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Episode 6 of Career Mode. Hope you guys are doing well. Loads to get through today, man. We are starting with this 3 more youth scouting updates to see what we got. Well, I do want to say as well as I go through the youth players here with you guys. Thank you for the comments on the first few episodes, man. It's a fantastic start to the FC year. I'm loving this save. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it as well. And the comments have been fantastic. So yeah, guys, from me to you, sincerely, thank you. The support on the save so far has been brilliant. Really, really appreciate it. And it's making this save fantastic. So yeah, really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I must say, finding good youth players this year is a challenge. It's a lot trickier than previous years. Fair play to EA. This is realistic. And from Paraguay, there are 3 decent youngsters here, but I'm still waiting for the next Marcano. And by the way, thank you for the comments as well, reminding me about our youngster in the academy right now who's going to need to get a pro deal and loaned out as well. That is, of course, Kai, who looks fantastic. And at 17 years old, I think I'm actually going to promote both 17-year-olds as well. Little tip from me to you here. When you've got a player that's 17 in the academy, they will often ask for a pro deal at the end of the season. And that's the worst thing that can happen for you, because what it means is, if you give one to them, their potential is going to drop for the following season, as EA will determine they haven't played at all in the year, and thus they deserve a potential downgrade. So for Kai, with the potential special, as we expect, he's getting loaned out. And for Norton, exciting prospect. 2 really good players there, both getting loaned out. Right, first game of many today. FA Cup, 3rd round away against the Gas. Bristol Rovers, EFL side. Should be a banker here, but I will have some starters out there just to make sure we get through with minimal fuss. And these are the games as well, which the longer they go on at 0-0, the more you start to think, are we going to be able to break through here? Or are we going to be guilty of not playing quick enough? Sometimes you just got to get that early goal and settle some nerves, but I have not had the ball yet, let alone a chance. And the host coming through, thankfully the header is poor and we shall clear. But yeah, at the moment this is a tough start to the game against the League 2 side. At some point the Black Cats need to start moving. Like that. Brilliant football. Should be 1. Fatawu with the finish. Nice little move, nice little finish. Sunderland in front. Careful, careful. Yeah, we'll have that. And oh, really well done. Excellently well done. That's such a great move. It's a wonderful build-up. It's an excellent second goal. Sunderland playing scintillating football. I get it, they're League 2, but just in general this season, we've had some fantastically orchestrated moves. Yep, that'll do it. Very comfortable victory, as we were expecting. 2-0, minimal fuss, just like I wanted, into the next round. I would say that in the FA Cup this year, we could possibly have a run, you know. I've already seen a shock there with Wrexham knocking out Fulham, but it's all going to depend on whether we get the luck in the draws, really. So we'll see who we've got. It's going to be in the last 32. Fingers crossed for another EFL side. It is Wigan away from home. Great chance to reach the last 16. Right, so just loaned out one of our 2 youngsters. That's Norton, the mullet, off to Wrexham for the rest of the season. So we'll keep our eyes on him there at the racecourse grounds. Following game, struggling Crystal Palace. Not struggling in real life. What a start this season for Oliver Glasner's side in the Premier League. But in the save, down towards the bottom 3. Great chance here to get more separation between us and the teams in the relegation zone. Back to the stadium of light. Let's get another big win and our 3rd in a row. The attack has his pass cut out, and it's very well done, that. It's very well done indeed. Oh, excellent. Oh, brilliant. Oh, off the crossbar, and the rebound hits the post from Adingra as well. Once again, joyous football from Sunderland. You can see on the sidelines, I'm, as ever, a perfectionist, still not happy about it, but brilliant football. Twice to a round, just couldn't squeeze it in. It's a good tackle out by Rynildo. And Roofs across to Hume. By the way, I appreciate the comment saying I was getting the pronunciation of Roofs wrong. I was calling him Rafes. Rafes, but no, it's not, it's Roofs. And right now he's looking as stable as a newly built roof on a new build house, as we're still currently tied at 0-0. And as Rynildo finds Adingra, it's great football from Sunderland again, and Siddiqui has a go and hits the post. 3rd time in 38 minutes we've hit the woodwork. Just one of those nights, I think. Just haven't had the breakthrough despite doing all the right things. That is a frustrating goal of straw. Did all the right things in that game. Hit the woodwork 3 times. Just didn't get the rub of the green. When that happens though, I often say this. If you've done all the right things, you put your maximum effort in there. Just didn't get the luck you required. It's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself, man. It's just one of those things. So just loaned out Kai to Young Boys for the rest of the year. We'll keep our eyes on him there. Fitting place for him to go, really, isn't it? And also had a big bid for Brobby as well. Fulham coming in, looking for their successor for Jimenez maybe, or possibly Rodrigo. 23.9 mil to fee, but we're turning it down. If we do get a big bid from a side that's in Europe right now, then I probably would have to accept it for the realism. But at the moment, I'm not going to sell him to a division rival when we're actually doing quite well. I mean, he's my top scorer this year with, is it 7 goals he's got? No, 6 in 19, plus the 3 assists as well. So, yeah, I'd imagine some big interest will come in the summer, but he's going to see out the season with us. We can't afford to lose our number 9. And I do want to say thank you for the comments on the tactical help as well. It seems you guys do agree that we need to get our fullbacks pushed up a bit more further. So, yeah, with Trey, should we have him as a versatile fullback? I don't know whether to go with like just a wing back on balanced or versatile fullback. I think for now we'll try wing back on balanced and adjust accordingly if need be. Right, following game, West Ham heading into this nice little unbeaten run for Sunderland. Now heading into this one here, West Ham away at the London Stadium. West Ham fans, is it the end of Graham Potter after another defeat on the weekend? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think it's time for him to get the sack? Well, heading into this game here, a win will put us in the top 10 for I think the first time this season. Let's go get it in the capital. Come on, Sunderland. One thing I am noticing this year about the gameplay, though, is that the AI at times can be very passive indeed. And I'm all for the authentic gameplay, meaning they are going to play a realistic style, which is very possession and pass heavy, but at times they're just a bit too laboured and they're a bit passive and they're not really going for the chances they could probably get if they were a bit more assertive. So yeah, for now the sliders, for those that are asking, is still untouched on the authentic gameplay, but I'm definitely thinking about tweaking them soon to get some more chances for the AI as well, to make defending a little bit more of a challenge compared to how it has been recently. There's a Dingra, he's through. And what was that? Shoot, Doxy. Yeah, I just feel like at the moment I'm just keeping clean sheets a bit too frequently for what is a low-rated side. Granted, to be fair, our defense is really strong. I mean, you look at the ratings of the players. I mean, the lowest rated is Trey, but at 76, that's still pretty decent. But yeah, I do feel at the moment defending is a bit easy. Scoring is hard, but defending I think is a little too simple for me. So definitely thinking I'll have to tweak the AI's aggressiveness at some point. Anyway, as Diarra finds Brobby, great little flick there, wonderful movement. And wonderful finish from Vitawu as well. 2 in 3, Sunderland in front right after the break. Lucas Paquetá looking for space, finds JWP. You know, he can hit a pass, and that's a wonderful ball through to Bowen, who flicks it on. Great touch by Fernandez. That's the kind of aggressiveness I need the AI to start playing with, man. That's more like it. Much more direct in their play and causing me a big problem, which almost resulted in a wonderful goal. Still currently leading by 1. 26 minutes to go. I may well need a second after all. Siddiqui will find Xhaka. And again, I'm liking now that I have changed to those wing backs. I'm seeing Trey and Ryan coming further up the pitch. That's what we're going to need to get more chances on the offensive end. Extra couple of bodies on the flanks here. Siddiqui finds Xhaka. Oh, brilliant! Oh, brilliant save by Hermansen and cleared away. Once again, the football is sensational. Brilliant, brilliant football this season. This might be the best I've played in, I don't know how long. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Adingra surely wraps it up. 2 for the Black Cats. Wonderful move again. He's been brilliant this year, averaging a goal every 4 games. What a signing. I will give myself some credit though. To be fair, my defending has definitely picked up this year. I am feeling a lot more confident at the back, but as Gaio's cross is whipped in and headed in by Fulkrug, I am sometimes still a bit susceptible, especially to balls into it. I'm finding crosses this year are a lot more effective and good from EA because they needed improving after last year being completely nerfed. But yeah, I do concede a lot of crosses. And there's another one. Nicholas heads home. It's 2-1. And can West Ham create a late fight back and salvage a point from 2-0 down. No, that is going to do it. Sunderland will hold on, and it is another victory for the Black Cats that moves us into the top 10 for the first time this season. Might have ended our clean sheet streak, but still got the win. Right now, the Black Cats are looking the team to fear. So as deadline day is here and I've just loaned out Talby to Sporting Lisbon, he is an elite young talent, but at the moment I can't get him in the first 11. Adingra and Fatawu have been sublime on the wings, man. So 6 months there in Lisbon should hopefully do some good with Sporting. We got some cash. I'm going to spend it. The board are going to remove our budget for next season, so I'm spending it. And of course in the last episode we saw the frustration. That was one of my big targets, Camuso. I saw a couple of comments from you guys. Well, in the end, to be fair, I'm not sure we could have competed with those elite European clubs. But in the last episode, we saw the frustration with Gertrudia being recalled by RB Leipzig. I said, should we bring him back? A couple of the comments suggested we should. So with that being the case, I'm going to try and re-sign him. I might need to include a sell-on clause, but he's a decent talent in the prime of his career. I'm going to try and bring him back permanently. We can actually get him for under-market valuation. RB Leipzig not rating him at all, and he's out of contract at the end of next season as well. So I'm actually going to offer him Masuaku, because I've not used a veteran left-back really all season long. So if that can also soften the transfer fee, then that, I mean, we'll still have a little bit of money remaining for next season as well. I'm going to be very, very bold here and going with a bit of a cheat. Let's call it a cheeky offer, shall we? And they say no, definitely not. In that case, I think we're going to run out of money for Gertrudia for this season. So I might just have to leave him at Leipzig and then maybe go back in for him in the summer. 17 mil plus 7% is what they'd agreed to, but do we have enough for the contract? As soon as the board said they weren't going to carry over our budget here in January to next season, I thought I might as well spend every single penny we've got to make the most of it, and that's exactly what we've done. Recall by RB Leipzig, but not wanted there long term. I said, look, Chirel, why don't you come straight back? I've still got your flat in the Sunderland City Centre ready for you, and he is indeed back in the northeast of England. So returning, this time not on loan, but on a 5-year, 41 grand a week deal. Welcome back to the Stadium of Light, Lucharel Gertrudia. I struggle with the pronunciation, but again, this guy's a great talent, man. He's 25 years old, so in the prime of his career, still getting better. He's so versatile, centre back, right back, left back, and now he's not going back to Germany. He's staying with us for the whole of his prime. I'm buzzing to have him back. So that will do it for deadline day. Just got a couple of bids here. One for Diarra from Galatasaray. They're offering me Gundogan. Imagine Gundogan and Xhaka as my CM duo. And there was a bid for Masuaku from Sevilla. I was fine selling him. I've barely played him at all. Because there's only 2 hours to go, the deal's not going to go through. Petition 3A, by the way, to speed up transfer negotiations. You're telling me in 2 hours, with the window coming to a close, with all the modern technology clubs have, you can't even start the negotiations on a player's contract? Come on now. But as for the top deals in the window, Real Madrid have got their next Galactico. First, it was Dean coming in from Bournemouth. Now it's Murillo from Nottingham Forest to shore up their back line. Palacios joins PSG for 54.5 mil. And Ben White is off to Naples for £36.3 million as well. I'm happy with the team we got, though, for the rest of the season. It's strong enough, I would say, to keep us far clear of the bottom 3. And a win in our following game as well to extend our unbeaten run will surely ensure that for the remainder of the campaign, we are definitely not going down. 32 points on the board, 15 games to go, and a win here, I would say, even with still a bit of the season remaining, would all but lock up safety. Next up, Burnley, struggling just above the bottom 3, with a chance to, I would say, all but secure safety already. Come on, Sunderland. I feel at the moment what we're doing is picking our battles, and that's why we are where we are. We've got Liverpool and Arsenal next, but I'm not really worried about those 2 games. If we lose back-to-back, that's fine. We lost against them in the reverse fixtures, got thrashed 4-0 by the Gunners, and lost 2-0 at Anfield. But in these games, that's where we got more chance of winning. But if we are to win, we need to come from behind. Strike the flex off Nordi Mukiele. Burnley lead 13 minutes in. This is a really disappointing start. Man, this has been a tough game. We were held scoreless at Turf Moor in a goalless draw. And I'm going to be held scoreless by Scott Parker again. But this time, Amdouni's goal is going to give them a priceless 3 points in their bid to survive. This is tough, man. Realistic, I must say, with Burnley being so hard to break down. But it is going to be at the end of our unbeaten run. And it might even be a second goal here. Jaden Anthony. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. And that is going to do it. Burnley take a huge step towards survival. And for Sunderland, our unbeaten run comes to an end. It's kind of nice though, because in previous versions of FIFA, I felt as though teams that you would play kind of always had the same play style, and so it didn't matter what the players were, it didn't matter what kind of team they had, it just felt as though every game you knew what to expect. But in this year's FC, I'm noticing more variety between the opposition teams. Burnley have a defensive identity. Well, in the 2 games against them, that's been proved to be true. Back-to-back games without goals, and a 2-0 loss at home ending our unbeaten run. And I can't just get him back to winning ways in the following 2 games as well. Yep, Arsenal and then Liverpool next up, heading into this one here. Well, we're going to need something special if we are to return to winning ways and get to those 35 points, which I believe will be enough for us to survive. But this defeat to Burnley might be the catalyst for a poor run. Let's make sure that's not the case. Come on, Sunderland. Approaching the break. Still tied at 0-0. Not much going on in this one so far, but I'll definitely take a goal destroy at the Emirates, especially on the back of a disappointing 2-0 loss home to Burnley. But struggling to play good football in this downpour, especially against a possession-heavy side like Arsenal. Kante, back in the Premier League, finds Tino Livramento, and here's Victor Gyökeres. The Mars, looking for space to shoot. Roos flying to his right, makes a really good stop to push it behind. It feels like the teams have more of an identity this year as well, and that's great because, like I said a moment ago, like sometimes it didn't really feel there was much difference between the teams you were facing, you know. Whereas Burnley, tough defensive team to break down, very organised, very disciplined, very structured. Well, back-to-back games against them, we finished scoreless, and against Arsenal, possession-heavy style of play under Arteta, fantastic team shape. I mean, we've really struggled, really struggled. Lost 4-0 at home, and in this one here, a goal down 5 after the restart. It feels a lot more realistic, and again, crosses are so much better this year. There's another conceded. Zubimendi gives Arsenal the lead and heads them in front. Right, tough couple of games this has been for Sunderland, and oh, Roofs. Mate, that's not the first time that's happened this season. It's the 3rd if you're counting. And Antonio Rudiger back in London, but now not in the west but in the north, has just headed Arsenal to a 2-goal victory. It's the veteran defender who's wrapped it up, but for Roos, he's going to want that one back. Just stands there and allows Rudiger, the simple header, to make it 2. Game over, good night, and for the Black Cats, back-to-back 2-goal losses to end what have been a nice unbeaten streak. Brought right back down to earth. Safe, Doxy boy? Absolutely not. Right, 3 more scouts to go. Let's see what we got. Well, I'm definitely finding this year it's harder to get those great youth players as well. There's a couple in that could be quite good. You got Johan, he's only 14 though, so a long way to go. Same with Gregory Hernandez. But this lad, to be fair, Nathan Aubert, 6'2", looks pretty decent. I'm going to give him a scholarship and see how he looks. And from England, I'll keep scouting these 8 players here. I'm noticing now as well, other clubs aren't poaching players from the youth scouting pool, so that means you've got the whole mission to keep on scouting. From Paraguay, it's just not working, unfortunately, man. I was buzzing for that next Felipe Marcano, but yeah, it's not quite worked out for me so far. Oh, to be fair, Borja Guzman could be really good indeed. I'll keep scouting these 4 for now. Like I said, because we're not getting any clubs poaching the youth players, I might as well just keep going to the end of the mission, see how they look, and then give them a scholarship if they do seem as though their potential is going to be good enough. Right, following game, that's our final one today as well. Liverpool coming to the northeast, back-to-back defeats for Sunderland, and feeling as though whilst we were looking well clear of the bottom 3 and safe, it's certainly not over yet. And as for the Reds, well, they got off to a slow start, but now leading the league with 13 games to go as they aim to complete the back-to-back championships. The Reds coming to the northeast, Liverpool at the Stadium Malai. Do not want to go into that FA Cup 3rd round trip to Wigan on the back of 3 straight losses and 3 straight games without a goal as well. So I need something special to put out of the bag here. Oh, Adingra. Oh, Alisson, great keeping. And it means if we get a chance like that, I've got to take it, man. Just couldn't get the feet sorted. And Liverpool clear. You don't get many chances against the very best. That is a golden one spurned. McAllister, wonderful ball through. Finds Gakpo. He's out. Great save, Roofs. And Rynildo clear. Liverpool. Verts whips it in. Konate set it off the line by Xhaka. And as Diarra loses out in the air, it will drop to Cody Gakpo. And Liverpool now starting to turn up the intensity. McAllister, Alexander Isak. Back to Verts. Finds space, drills it in. Alexander Isak with the hold up. Flying with the finish, Liverpool finally break through. It is about to be 3 straight games without a goal, 3 straight losses, and for Sunderland's sake, it was looking pretty... Hang on. Oh, great football. Robbie off the crossbar. How many times we hit the woodwork today, man? Seriously, someone grabbed that ball and ripped the magnet out of it. 10 minutes to go. Nordy just about beats Isak in the air. Is there going to be a late chance for us to grab a point here and stop the losing run being extended to 3? Xhaka to Diarra, struggling to break down the green of Liverpool. That's a great ball by Diarra, and it's a dinger. And it's a dinger. And it's a dinger who's denied by Konate. Gutting, man. Couple of late chances on the back of conceding, but couldn't find that leveller. And it's our 3rd game in a row without a goal. Our 3rd straight defeat. And Sunderland, who are all but feeling safe, are now feeling scared. Getting dragged back down towards the bottom 3, courtesy of the champions, showing why they are just that. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Big fan of watching. If you enjoyed it, if you had, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more big games in the Premier League and the FA Cup. Last 32 away against Wigan as well.